Hi class, welcome to week 3. So this week we are going to focus on soft skills. Soft skills are something that our advisory board is continuing to make sure that we are enhancing and developing while students are in the program so that they are fully ready for the workforce. Soft skills tends to be an area where people are lacking in skills. So this week you guys are going to watch some videos and read some information related to soft skills. In addition to soft skills, watching those videos, you will prepare a written summary. Your written summary, you can find it down below here in the directions. So the written summary of soft skills, you'll submit it in this portal. You're going to need to follow the written assignment guidelines and explain why it's vital to develop those soft skills for the workforce. What skills do you need? What do you personally maybe need to enhance? And why? Why is it critical that we have those soft skills in the workplace? Next, you're going to submit an argument for how to address the use of these soft skills in the future career. Make sure you review that short video. Include a minimum of 3 resources. So I'm providing you with a couple, and you'll need to find at least one more and summarize what you find. With that, we will not actually share with class next week. You'll just submit them in this portal. So just disregard that. I'll delete it. In addition to the written summary this week, you guys have been working on your time log reflection over the last couple of weeks. You've been recording your time on your time log. This week, you need to reflect upon your time log as well as compare it to your previous time log that you completed when you were in professionalism. So what are your biggest barriers for effective time management? Do you have interruptions, distractions? Do you still procrastinate? Where do you still need to work on those? How can you remove those or avoid your barriers that you have in place? Explain that. Why do you think you procrastinate? Be specific. If you aren't a procrastinator, what strategies do you use to stay on task and stay focused? Has your ability to manage time improved or gotten worse since you were in business professionalism or since the last time you performed this activity? Be specific, explain, and provide examples on that. What changes have you or will you propose for the future so you can continue to better manage your time? While many of us probably think we have great time management skills, we all have areas that we can improve on. So really reflect upon what areas you can improve upon as you continue to go forward. The other number 6 to reflect upon is why is time management important in the professional world? And how does managing your time effectively assist you in obtaining future employment or career advancement? And finally, number 7, how do you plan on using this information from what you learned on your time log? So you have 7 questions that you are going to review. Traditionally, we say 1 to 2 questions per paragraph. So you're looking at a minimum of 4 paragraphs and a max of about 7 on your reflection. Be sure you're following the written assignment guidelines. You'll want to insert your Excel files into your Word document as well. You'll have a works cited page. If you do submit more than one file, if you submit your Excel file separate from your Word doc, you will have a 50% point reduction, so you need to make sure that you're inserting that into the file so it's all one long running document. Other assignments this week. So we're right here. There is the SLP Gantt chart that you guys are going to do, and then complete the type focus activity. So this week for the type focus activity, you are just going to take the type focus assessment and submit your results. Next week we'll use those for another activity, and then the SLP Gantt chart. Part of our curriculum in this program is to create a Gantt chart. You guys should have been introduced to it earlier in your courses that you've taken, potentially in operations management, or it should have been in your principles of management course. So you guys should be familiar with the Gantt chart. If you're not familiar with the Gantt chart, there is a video. It's 5 minutes to review. It's listed down here. So with the Gantt chart, we are doing a service learning project, so the SLP project this term. With the service learning project, there's many different aspects that go into it that relate to this course. The first one is some problem solving, critical thinking, and how do we go about getting the class to function together on this project. So you guys have explored sustainability, the 17 goals that the UN Nation and all the members have agreed upon as far as sustainability is concerned. And we've done some discussion on those and submitted some summaries as well related to sustainability. So we are going to start this week actually working towards executing this Hortocopia event. It is unique in the fact that you guys are all online, and this is an event that takes place at the La Crosse campus. It's going to take place on April 10th this year. Some of you may or may not be there. That is up to you. However, we still, no matter where you are located in the United States, are going to put together this event and do the planning process for the sustainability team at Western. Casey Meehan is the main contact that we will work with. So as part of that event, this is very similar to what you would potentially do in the workforce. If you're working for a large international company, you may be living in Minnesota and planning events that are taking place in California or Las Vegas. You might go on trade shows. I was just talking to one of my friends that is in charge of 11 different states. He's a sales rep for an agricultural company, and he's in charge of 11 different states. There are 90,000 different farmers that he deals with on a regular basis. However, he's located in Minnesota. So, and he covers everything from Idaho all the way over to Ohio and down to Kansas, I believe. So it's a large territory, and he is gone every single week. He can't fly ahead to the locations, scope everything out. So he's having to do a lot of this online. So you guys are going to get those real world skills while you're in this class. You're going to be able to collaborate with different groups on campus, different organizations throughout the La Crosse and Cooley region area, as well as students that are located all over the United States. So it's going to be a very unique experience for you guys, which is wonderful. You get the hands-on experience while you're in school, but yet there will be some challenges along the way. So just know that's part of the project, and problem solving and working through those is part of this project so that you can utilize those skills. It could also be a great topic for when you have an interview with another company going forward. So with your assignment this week, you guys are going to do some problem solving. You know what Hortocopia is, potentially. You may not. You hopefully have read through the information in Blackboard. If you haven't, it says Hortocopia information right here. It's its own little tab. There is some basic information to get you guys started. So this relates to what are the requirements at a minimum and some suggestions that we have for executing this event. We know who the sustainability coordinator is. We will work with him in order to plan this event. We've looked at the sustainability development goals. We know that there's 17 different ones. You guys all submitted on 3 different ones this last week. There's a video hopefully you guys have watched, and then there's the flyer from last year. Last year was the first event related to sustainability on campus and meeting the requirements of the Tree USA committee. But this is just basic information. There's a lot of problem solving to figure out how we get from the requirements to actually executing this event. In order to do that this week, you guys are going to need to come up with a list of tasks, projects that are going to need to be completed. What type of activities are you going to have to engage in? What are the things that need to happen between now and April 10th in order to get this event planned? So you guys are going to develop a list of those tasks or items that need to be completed in order to execute this event. As you develop that list, you're going to determine on your Gantt chart where that task or responsibility needs to take place. How do we need to plan this out? None of these are going to be perfect the first time go around because you potentially don't know everything that needs to occur, and that's fine. But I want you guys to start individually planning how we're going to get from today to actually having this event take place on campus. and what are all the things that need to happen in between there, and place those on the Gantt chart so that we have a visual representation of how this event is going to take place and how we can execute it. Next week, we'll share these with the class in a discussion forum so that we can compare and analyze everybody in this class's different ideas and see where one person may have missed a task, another one may have another great idea. There's not a lot of requirements, so we can really take this to a whole nother level and make it even better than the year prior as well, which is pretty amazing. So this week you need to develop that list of things that we're going to need to complete in order to get this event carried out, and put those on the Gantt chart and submit it. In addition to that, when we're looking at the assignment here, I'm having you guys come up with what are some potential teams or project groups that we could have, so we could divide this class of 10 students into smaller little teams, so it'd be easier to work on carrying out this event, and we can have different groups responsible for different activities. As a class, ultimately, you guys are going to come up with the different teams, the names, the responsibilities, a job description for each one of those jobs in order to carry it out. We will have a project lead or a project coordinator or co-coordinators that'll kind of be the main communication person between all of the groups to get those to function. So those are some things just to be aware of. The requirement for this project is that you put in 16 hours outside of your homework time in order to execute that. So over the next 10 weeks, you're looking at about an hour to 2 hours in order to get all of your time in. So that might include things such as contacting Casey Meehan, working with the Tree USA committee to find out what the requirements are for the Tree USA committee. It might involve contacting clubs and organizations on campus that could hold a little booth or event type item at the Horticopia event. Right now, I have contacted one student group that they traditionally do a chicken queue at the end of the semester. So they might have a chicken queue that occurs during the Horticopia event as well, just to kind of grab two events, join them together, and really help to expand this event this term. So this week, it's going to be some problem solving. You're going to put a Gantt chart together. Again, if you're not familiar with it, you can review this video. You will have to copy and paste the link into your server to view that video. But that is there for you. So that is week 3. There is no discussion forum this week. It's all individual, so all of your items will be due on Monday by 11:59. If you guys have any questions, as always, please reach out and let